Welcome back, YouTube. Atlanta to Dallas Aviation here with an unboxing. I believe unboxing number 21. This one should be short and sweet. I only have 2 models in this unboxing, even though the shipment I received actually had 5 models, but 3 of those models were going to coworkers. So I got 2 models that were for me, and then a whole pocket wad of cash after they paid me back for the 3 models. So and no, I did not make money off of it. I charged them what it cost me to get them. So no, I did not charge them more than I got them for. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, so I've got 2 of them. Both of them are 737s. One's a next generation 737 and the other one's a MAX. And so we will get right on to it. The first one we're going to do today is from NG Models, Boeing 737-800 from Alaska Airlines. I'm going to attempt to say this, and I'm sure it's not even close, but I think it was something like Xaat Kwaani. I have no idea if that's what it is, but there are the words right here next to my thumb. And in English it translates to Salmon People. So this is what used to be Salmon-Thirty-Salmon, or the second version of Salmon-Thirty-Salmon. That livery, I guess, has now been retired. We had Salmon-Thirty-Salmon number 1, which I didn't look this up because I'm actually making this up on the fly. I think Salmon-Thirty-Salmon, the original, was on a 3 or a 400, and then of course Salmon-Thirty-Salmon number 2, or Fish Sticks 2, was painted on a 737-800. So this is the one that used to be Salmon-Thirty-Salmon number 2, and its registration number is still the same. It's November 559er Alpha Sierra, and this item number is 58196. So as you can see, NG, again, beautiful artwork on their boxes, but we're not about the boxes. So we will bring this bad boy in here. Take a look at it. Actually, I need the box to do the 360. So alright, hopefully my camera will stay focused on the airplane and not anything in the background or foreground or the underneath box. Alright, so let's get this going. Yeah, I read some information on the artwork for this livery. Unfortunately, I don't really remember a lot of it. You know, it was meant to pique interest in Indigenous people, especially those up in the Alaska area. Unfortunately, it probably says on the box. They got a little blurb on the box. I'm not sure if it didn't look like it mentioned the artist's name. Yeah, she has like a Native American or Native Alaskan name, but she also has kind of a Americanized version of it. But she was wanting to do something like this on an Alaska plane. It had mentioned that she had done a lot of traveling on Alaska Airlines, since that's the part of the country she's in, and Alaska Airlines is definitely by far the largest air carrier in that area. So she finally got a chance to do that, and this is the result. Very colorful, very almost, I want to say almost like, when I see this, I can like see it like on a totem pole, or at least totem poles that I've seen. None of them have ever been fish. I guess everything I've seen were like bears and maybe mountain lions and birds, usually like eagles. But this kind of reminds me of that. And I was trying to find something that would pronounce the actual name of the aircraft rather than just having to resort to saying Salmon People. But I couldn't find anything. And anything where it was like a video and they said the name on the video, I couldn't hear it well enough to try to learn it and say it back properly. So I hope I didn't butcher it too much. Anyway, let's get in close. All right, looking really nice here. I can't quite see everything, but right below the cockpit here, I believe is the name of the aircraft. In red is the Indigenous language, and then just below it, I believe in white, it says Salmon People. And then we got our gear door here that probably has, I think this is an ETOPS aircraft, but it may not be. I can't quite tell what all is printed there. And then we got our first big salmon fish, the head here, forward of the wing, and the L1 door kind of starts the fish mouth. Then we move back. We have the dorsal fin here with a little bit of salmon color in the dorsal fin, and our CFM 56 engine looking kind of like water. And our split scimitars here, and evidently I have been saying it wrong. I've been pronouncing the C with a hard C, so I've been saying scimitars, but it's, from what I can tell, scimitar is the actual pronunciation. So there we got our split scimitars, and okay, hopefully you're seeing this on a much bigger screen than I am. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this to focus, but this white part here on the opposite scimitar that is facing towards the aircraft, that's another one of these stylized salmon. So that's another salmon. I guess think of that one as the one that's on the tail. So that's kind of neat. So if you're on the inside of the airplane and you're looking out, you can see it on the scimitar there. Moving on back, the scimitar is kind of blocking the registration there. But then we have our L two-door, and our other salmon, our a little bit smaller salmon here, stretched out on the tail. So it looking really sharp. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that one. It's really nice. Super happy to have that in my collection along with the one that it was previously. So I've got both of them. I got the newer one and the one when it was just Salmon-Thirty-Salmon. And as always, if you enjoy my videos, please leave a like and or subscribe. That would be nice too. Like I said, I really not trying to do this to make money or anything. So I just like to share my collection and my love of aviation with all of y'all. And I know it's not the most polished. I joke that it's the low-tech videos, but eventually they should get a little bit better. Anyway, so moving rapidly along to our second aircraft. Booyah! So talking about indigenous people, so we've got another sort of indigenous people themed aircraft here. So if you don't already know by now, this is Southwest Airlines MAX 8 in the Imua One special livery. And its registration is November 8710 Mike. And as usual, beautiful box art. The item number for this one is 88016. And as you can see, very colorful box with Imua One titles. Alright, so let's get into this one. So I'm not going to get the Gemini Jets one. I'm hoping that one of my co-workers who's having FOMO now that she saw these will want to order the Gemini Jets version when it comes out. And if that's the case, I'm going to take a good look at it myself and see what the difference is. So what I'm expecting from the Gemini Jets one is that the printing, not that the printing's bad on this one, but it's very intricate, and I'm going to point out some of the stuff on this one that I'm not positive is correct. It's not so incorrect that I'm going to get a Gemini Jets one for myself. It's just it's very hard to do, and I'm very interested in seeing if Gemini Jets gets it more right as far as the printing and the livery is concerned. I mean, the mold, the NG mold is just a slightly bit better. Now, you may think it's a lot bit better. If Gemini Jets didn't have some of the quality control issues that we've seen, like with rocket ship engines and things like that, Gemini Jets knocks it out of the park most of the time on liveries and on colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do our 360 here on Imua One. It's a really nice livery, and I think NG did a marvelous job with this, especially as quickly as it came out. I just, you know, if you're not the licensed model maker. I don't know how, as soon as quickly as they put this out, I don't know how they got enough pictures and stuff to make this good of a rendition of Imua One. I don't really know how they're able to do that. Now, Gemini Jets is the licensed company for this, and that's why I'm kind of interested in seeing how their rendition of the livery turns out, and what other potential markings and stuff are on their version versus this one. I do not know this for sure, but well, when we get to it, I'll point it out. All right. So let's get close up here. Ooh, that's too close. And you still think that's too close? Stop focusing on the stuff back there. Oh. All right. Hopefully that stays focused. All right. So here we go. We have Imua One titles right there. We have our landing gear door. Now I know that one says E-Tops on it, but I can't necessarily see it. The L1 door with the heart logo right next to the door. And supposedly these flowers here that are in the mainly blue part. So basically the blue part is supposed to go, is supposed to be night and going into day. So day being the yellow in the back. But each flower, so all the flowers are different all the way around. And if I understood correctly, each island has a different flower, if I remember correctly. So for each of the islands that so I guess I work for Southwest. So I think it's each island that we fly to, there's a flower represented going around the fuselage here. Then we move back, it starts to turn a little bit purple, and this is kind of the Imua part. The long, I don't know what their boats are called, but I'm gonna just call them long boats, and these are supposed to be the paddlers. So moving forward, so they're paddling. Now the thing is, this is one of the ones I want to really see what Gemini Jets does here. I think there's supposed to be more purple here. The rowers, I feel like on the real one, if I remember correctly, I think the rowers, there's more purple covering the rowers. So there's a little bit too much blue here for the rowers. And then we move into kind of the red. This is the water. I don't remember the words exactly, but the water, and then I think there's some family things here. Our LEAP engine there looking good. No rocket ship engines. So Wi-Fi dome. What I've heard is, and I don't know this for sure, but they're supposed to be, the Wi-Fi dome is supposed to be outlined by white lines. I think making like a box, but there are no white lines on this model, so we'll see if that's something that we see on the Gemini Jets version. Okay, so now we're moving back here to the turtles, and here's another spot where I feel like the turtles on the real thing are in much more orange than they are on this model. I realize it's a small model, and that's extremely hard to make sure that you're covering these with the proper colors and stuff. But I think I want to see what Gemini Jets does with this part also, because I think the turtles are a little more orange and not so much yellow like these are. So then we're moving back, and then we have stars. I believe that was some sort of guiding by the stars or something like that. And then we have our registration there above the L2 door, and then we have the heart livery tail that adorns all the special livery aircraft. Oops, sorry, I didn't move back. So there's the heart livery tail that adorns our special livery aircraft. And then just a little, the pointy APU rather than how they are on the past 737 aircraft. So anyway, beautiful model. I think it might be worth looking at real quick on the other side since I have a little bit of time. All right, so there are the other flowers. Those, they're totally different on this side than on the other side. And the only, of course, some of the other only difference is your baggage door is on this side. Yeah, baggage door in the back also. But there's nothing much different on this side than the other side other than the flowers. There's different flowers on this side than there are on the other side. So I don't need to keep hitting that home, I guess. So there you have it. Imua One. I finally got it. And like I said, when Gemini Jets puts it out, and if some of my other co-workers who are having FOMO over not getting this one order them, I will do a quick video comparing the two. Otherwise, I'm sure some other people are going to get the Gemini Jets version. It will be a little bit cheaper than the NG version. And we'll get to see how well Gemini Jets replicates this livery. Well, anyway, so that will do it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, happy collecting.